We often stop to mourn the giants we've lost. Marley, Tosh, Lee Scratch Perry, and the legendary Jimmy Cliff. But amidst the sorrow, we must remember to celebrate the ones who are still fighting the good fight. A silver generation of reggae architects is still walking among us. They remain the true survivors of a sound that changed the world. Whether they are commanding the stage or finding peace in the shadows, their power is undeniable, and their message of love and resistance is as urgent now as it was in the 70s. Here are 15 reggae legends you might not know are still alive today. Number 1. Derrick Morgan, known as the King of Ska, and the first Jamaican artist to have a hit in the UK, 1960 single Forward March. He was a dominant force in the transition from ska to rocksteady. Now in his 80s, Morgan is retired from performing, but remains a sharp-witted elder statesman of the genre. He battled and overcame significant mental health issues later in life to become a calming presence in Jamaican music history. One of his recent performances was on March 27, 2025. The King of Ska made a rare wheelchair-bound appearance at the King's House in Kingston, proving he is an icon of the people. He was awarded the Order of Distinction, Officer Class, on National Heroes Day, October 16, 2022, honoring the power of his early influence on the genre. Even in his 80s, Derrick Morgan reminds us that a true icon never loses their voice. Number 2. Ken Boothe. The man who brought reggae to the masses with his 1974 global hit, Everything I Own. He is renowned for having one of the smoothest, most soulful voices in rocksteady history. Boothe is still active. He continues to perform at festivals and vintage reggae shows, reminding audiences that his voice has lost none of its silky power over the decades. Ken Boothe delivered a flawless performance at the O2 Academy Brixton on November 12, 2025, reminding the UK audience of the sheer power of his rocksteady vocals. He received the Order of Distinction, Commander Class, on October 15, 2018, cementing his status as a Jamaican cultural icon. Ken Boothe's voice is a timeless instrument of power. Number 3. Horace Andy, possessor of one of the most distinctive voices in music, a haunting, tremolo-rich falsetto, famous for classics like Skylarking and Riverstone, as well as his extensive work with trip-hop pioneers, Massive Attack. Status: very much alive and active. Andy continues to tour globally, bridging the gap between classic roots reggae and modern electronic music. One of his recent performances was where he was headlined the Pyramid Stage at Glastonbury on June 28, 2025, seamlessly bridging the gap between classic roots and modern music. He inducted into the BBC Radio 1 Reggae Hall of Fame on February 1, 2024, recognized as a global sonic icon. Horace Andy proves that the power of reggae is limitless. At number 4 is Judy Mowatt, a founding member of the I3s, Bob Marley's backing vocalist, and a solo pioneer. She was the first female reggae artist to be nominated for a Grammy and is a powerful voice for Rastafarian feminism. Status: Mowatt is still a revered figure in the music community. In recent years, she has faced health challenges, but remains a spiritual icon and occasional performer. Judy Mowatt delivered a soul-stirring performance of Black Woman at the Bob Marley birthday celebration in Kingston on February 6, 2025. She was awarded the Order of Distinction, Commander Class, on October 19, 2020, solidifying her place as a feminist icon in music history. Judy Mowatt is a definition of spiritual power. Number 5 is Big Youth, one of the most influential toasters on early rappers of the 1970s. With hits like S90 Skank and Natty Cultural Dread, he brought a Rastafarian consciousness to the dance hall that shifted the culture forever. Status: now in his 70s, Big Youth occasionally performs and still records. He remains a symbol of the dread at the controls era of reggae. Big Youth collaborated with Alborosi on stage at Reggae Sumfest on July 20, 2024, showing the rebellious power of his youth is still alive. He received the Order of Distinction, Officer Class, on October 18, 2021, an honor long overdue for this dub icon. Big Youth represents the raw, unfiltered power of the dancehall. At number 6 is Johnny Osbourne, Often called the Godfather of Dancehall, Osbourne transitioned seamlessly from 70s roots to 80s dancehall. He gave the world the massive hit Ice Cream Love and Truths and Rights. Osbourne is still touring and recording. He is a regular on the European festival circuit, where fans adore his ability to mix vintage soul with harder rhythms. Johnny Osbourne headlined the main stage at Rebel Salute in St. Anne on January 18, 2026, where he will be thrilling the crowd with hits like Truths and Rights. He was honored with the Juria Lifetime Achievement Award on February 28, 2021, recognizing him as a living icon of dancehall. Johnny Osbourne still commands the power of the party. Number 7 is no other than Johnny Clarke, the most prolific singer in the reggae era of the mid-70s. His collaboration with producer Bunny Striker Lee created the flying cymbal sound, evidenced in hits like None Shall Escape the Judgment. Clarke is still with us and occasionally performs, though he maintains a lower profile than some of his contemporaries. Johnny Clarke recently wrapped up a successful flying cymbal tour in Sao Paulo, Brazil on October 20th, 2025. He was recognized by the Roots Reggae Library for his contribution to the rocksteady era on April 12th, 2022, a quiet icon getting his due. Johnny Clarke possesses a staying power that few can match. Number 8. Israel Vibration, a unique vocal trio, Cecil Spence, Lascelles Bulgin, and Albert Craig, who met as children in a polio rehabilitation center. Their harmonies in songs like The Same Song are spiritually potent. They have faced health struggles over the years, but the members survive. They still tour, bringing their profound message of unity and overcoming adversity to fans worldwide. Israel Vibration delivered an acoustic miracle at Reggae Sumfest on July 19, 2025, overcoming physical ailments to perform. He received a proclamation from the mayor of Kingston on August 1, 2024, honoring the group as spiritual icons of resilience. They are the definition of the power of faith. At number 9 is Marcia Griffiths, the Queen of Reggae. She was part of the I3s and scored a massive international hit with Electric Boogie, which spawned the electric slide dance. Griffiths is still performing. She recently celebrated 50 years in the music business and remains a grand dame of the industry, mentoring younger artists. Less than a month ago, Marcia performed to a packed national arena on December 24, 2025, for the Grand Market celebration. She was appointed Order of Jamaica, OJ, on October 21, 2019, the highest honor for this musical icon. The Queen of Reggae still holds the power of the stage. Number 10, Leroy Sibbles, the lead singer of the Heptones, Book of Rules, Fatty Fatty, and a legendary bassist who helped create the rocksteady sound as part of the Studio One house band. Sibbles is still active. He continues to tour, often splitting time between Canada and Jamaica, and his voice remains a masterclass in soulful reggae. Phasing his recent performance highlights a sold-out show at the Rialto Theatre in Toronto on May 5, 2025. He received the Order of Distinction, Officer Class, on October 15, 2015, and was inducted into the ICM Hall of Fame on March 10, 2022. Leroy Sibbles is a foundational icon of the bassline. At number 11 is Yellowman, the dancehall king of the early 80s. As an albino, he faced immense discrimination, but rose to become the first dancehall superstar to break internationally, overcoming taboos with wit and charisma. Yellowman is a survivor and still active. He battled and defeated skin cancer, which at one point cost him his ability to perform. He fought back to regain his speech and singing ability and still tours today. Recent Yellowman performed to a massive crowd at Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado on June 15, 2025. He had received the Jerry Icon Award on February 24, 2023, celebrating his survival and status as a controversial but undeniable icon. Yellowman defied the odds and kept his power. Number 12, Ika Mouse, a singular talent who pioneered a unique sing-jay style, half singing, half DJing. Famous for his humorous hits like Wa Do Dem and his unique vocal burps. Status. The Mouse is still kicking. He continues to perform internationally, where his high-energy stage shows remain a draw for reggae purists. At his recent performance, he brought his unique Sing J style to the Hollywood Palladium on September 3rd, 2025. He was inducted into the Reggae Hall of Fame on November 5th, 2021, recognized for his unique stylistic power. An icon of originality, Ika Mouse is in a league of his own. At number 13 is Freddie McGregor, a child star who grew into a reggae ambassador. Known for hits like Push Comes to Shove and Big Ship, McGregor mixes lovers rock with cultural roots. Status: McGregor's very active. He runs his own record label and remains a staple on the reggae festival circuit, often performing with his children, who are also musicians. McGregor recently celebrated 50 years in music with a massive world tour, including a legendary stop at Madison Square Garden as a special guest. He often tours with his children, Chino and Stephen McGregor. A decorated legend, he holds the Order of Distinction, Commander Class, and was honored by the Grammy Museum with a career retrospective exhibit. At number 14 is the Mighty Diamonds' remaining members, one of the greatest harmony trios in history, known for the classic Right Time and Pass the Coochie. While lead singer Tabby Diamond sadly passed away in 2022, the group's legacy continues. Status: Judge Diamond and Bunny Diamond are still alive. Though the group is not as active as it once was, the surviving members are still respected elders in the Kingston music scene. Following the passing of Tabby Diamond in 2022, Judge and Bunny have performed tribute sets to honor their fallen brother, recently performing at the Peter Tosh Memorial Concert in Jamaica. Major awards. The group received the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association JARIA Lifetime Achievement Award in 2018 for their immense contribution to harmony groups. At number 15, last but not least, Beres Hammond, the crown prince of lovers rock. With a voice as smooth as velvet, he dominated the 90s with hits like One Dance and Putting Up Resistance. Beres is still active and widely loved. While he has slowed down his touring schedule in recent years, he still performs select shows, treating fans to his legendary soulful vocals. Beres Hammond recently released the live album. Beres Hammond was live at the Arena on January 1, 2026, to critical acclaim. He was awarded the Order of Distinction, Commander Class, on October 17, 2022, recognized as the lovers rock icon supreme. Beres Hammond is the soulful power of reggae and extraordinary talent. So, there you have it. 15 legendary voices that refuse to be silenced. It's 2026, and we are incredibly lucky that this silver generation is still here. These artists are more than just names on a record sleeve. They are the definition of icon and power. They showed us that true talent doesn't age, it evolves. Now I have a question for you. Which artist on this list surprised you the most? Were you shocked that Big Youth or Ika Mouse are still out there touring? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to keep the history of reggae alive, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the music that moves the world. I'm Rasta Ablaze, and this is Icon and Power. Respect the music, and we'll see you in the next video.